Fires and Martin. Mariano Fires and Martin, which were available to everyone. Sign them to contracts, spin them into somebody else's young commodity. That's a check plus. Now, how much of a check plus? If they trade all three and get one major league player back, that's kind of a success. The way that works. I mean, not an overwhelming success, but if you trade all three, and I would imagine you're not getting any high-level prospects back. So if you get one major leaguer out of moving all three of those guys, great.
It'd be incredible if they were to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen.
248-539-9797. We're also discussing the story of the fans, the Toronto Football Club fans, starting a fire in the stands at Ottawa. And craziest stuff you've seen fans do in the stands. John on a golf course says, Pontiac Silverdome, Monday night, I want to say it was against the 49ers. 3 girls kept flashing the crowd for the main event.
Oh. Nice.
From an unnamed texter, I was at Comerica Park and watched a girl projectile vomit covering everyone within 3 rows of her.
That's no good.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see that.
I had coworkers that go to the Calgary Stampede every year. They said it's a great time. Outside of the obvious, bull riding. It's a giant party with a bunch of beer tents, all different genres of music and crowds. I highly recommend it. That's from Jason in Richmond. We brought up the Calgary Stampede because we were discussing international events you'd most like to go to with the British Open going on right now. And somebody said the Calgary Stampede. I think that sounds cool. But would it be something? It would be more than just rodeo, right? I would imagine big party. Big party.
Well, who doesn't love the rodeo?
Who doesn't love a great party? Let's go to Andy in Fowlerville. Hi, Andy.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Yeah, way back in the day, my dad was a big Led Zeppelin fan, as was everybody in the world. And we were going to our second Led Zeppelin concert at the Silverdome. And we were sitting to the right of the stage if you were facing. And all of a sudden we heard this huge boom. And we looked over, and about, 15, 20 people away, there was a person's face bleeding, holding their face, and somebody had thrown an M80 from the upper deck.
Oh, my God.
And guys were holding this guy over the railing up there like they were going to drop him. And everybody talked them out of it because they're like, hey, turned out later, they talked about it on the news. It was like, yeah, they talked him out of it because they said you're going to kill more people. And the security guards came over and they took this guy away and they hauled him to jail. But the person's face, they hauled her out in a stretcher, and her face was just ripped open.
Oh, that's terrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
the worst thing I ever saw. And it's at a concert. I mean, come on, guys.
And that was one of the first events they had at the Silverdome, too.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
248-539-9797. Gator, I got a prediction. Something you could expect coming up soon that should be big for Detroit. Okay? Prediction today, 11-24. Big prediction for Detroit. 248-539-9797. Metallica 90 or 91 was at Joe Louis. I remember a fan in a suite lighting hairspray and shooting out what looked like a 4-foot flame.
Oh.
My uncle worked for Corvette Racing. I saw a video of his from Le Mans in France. I'd check that out. I can't stand racing. That's from Greg in Plymouth. Would you go to Le Mans? 24 hours at Le Mans?
No. Auto races don't do it for me. The Monte Carlo Grand Prix sounds interesting because of the history and the streets there. But otherwise, no, I'm not a big race guy.
I feel like you haven't tried it enough.
No, I don't. I'm good with it.
What races have you gone to?
I've gone to the Detroit Grand Prix a couple of times. Some other race. I can't remember what it was. Not NASCAR though. I haven't been to many. I've been to enough. I'm not a race guy.
I'm not either. I think you'd enjoy it more than you realize. I know you know yourself better than I know you, but I was kind of in the same shoes you were until I was forced to go for work.
Right.
And I was far more entertained than I ever would have imagined. And that was at MIS. And MIS is a great venue to watch a race because you can see the whole track. The Detroit Grand Prix, the one time I went, it was a bit of a challenge just because I could see just part of it. You just see these two turns, and then there they go. And after a while, the cars got so jumbled. You know, at the beginning, it's like they all come by in a pack, and you can see who's leading the pack. After about like 30 laps, wait, who's leading? Because there's so much space in between them, sometimes it gets difficult to follow.
Yeah, I would be more interested in watching a drag race than I would watching a road race.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
So you'd be more interested. Well, let me ask you this: you'd be more interested in going to the Milan Dragway than going to the Indy 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have no way. The Indy 500, what I understand about it, going to the infield, it's just a complete
Don't go in the infield.
blank show.
Yeah.
And no, I don't want to sit. I don't want to sit in the stands like that. Those stands out there for several hours, watching cars go in a circle. No, I don't.
I don't know why I'm trying to sell you on this.
I don't know why you're trying to sell me. I'm surprised you are.
I'm not even the biggest race fan. I just think you'd enjoy it more than you realize. 248-539-9797.